I know that, as you've just said, for you, sort of mindfulness, this concept of mindful peak performance, it is about so much more and comes from more than, I say, just, it's probably not the right word, comes more than doing 10 minutes of mindfulness meditation. It can be lots of things, right? So for those people where maybe sitting quietly with their own thoughts for 10 minutes a day feels like quite inaccessible or too big a first step, there's a lot more that we could be doing, right, to try and access that state and tune into some of those feelings and emotions.
Yeah, well, I think first of all, when I'm working with people, they're like, I can't do this. I've never done meditation or mindfulness before. But then I just ask them, well, what makes you happy? Have you got an example of something you've been absorbed in recently? And someone might say, I was working with a very high level athlete who fly fishing was his thing, and he was describing it to me, and I was like, yeah, that's like a meditation. When you're not thinking, you're absorbed, you're kind of like connected to your body. That is where mindfulness is trying to take you. So it could be gardening, it could be whatever. So like the principle of mindfulness applies to lots of things. And then what meditation practice does, which is closing your eyes and learning to quieten your thoughts, a bit like when you're training in the gym, you do repetitions to build muscle. So in meditation practice, it's a direct way of cultivating a state of mind where your mind is quiet. So when your mind wanders off, you come back to the body and to the breath, and you're guided into learning how to come away from those repetitive thoughts. For example, like when you're trying to sleep at night and your mind starts kicking off, you can learn very stillness and clarity and calm into life. But we all have our own ways of doing it as well. Like I said, fly fishing, reading a book, all of these things are supporting the same kind of awareness.
So I guess really it's about trying to, as much as we can, be fully present in the moment, right? Not thinking about and replaying past events. I wish I'd done this. What do people think of me when I said that? Not having a degree of anxiety, thinking about what's coming up, what you've got to do, what's next, your next meeting, where you're going, what might happen, but just learning to, for a period, just be calm and fully in the moment, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And when you do that, and when you can start mastering that, energy comes back to you, because when you start thinking, it's like energy's going out. So you're bringing energy back to yourself, regathering yourself, and then you step back into whatever action you're doing next. And it's a bit of a game changer when you start to feel the benefits of this type of work, really.